let's be honest here, this shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone. This is my new Mark 3.5 Focus. So this was a secret, wasn't really a secret at the same time. A lot of friends knew that for a little while now I had been looking for another Focus. I hadn't said it quite so succinctly on the site, but I had dropped enough hints that you could start to expect something was coming, and this car ended up being that something. So the car itself is a 2015 SE. It was owned by an elderly gentleman here in Alberta since new. Relatively low mileage, good condition overall, great price, so I found it and jumped on it pretty much straight away. It's a little bit tamer in color than maybe some people would have expected for me for a Focus, but it's ingot silver. It is wearing the factory body kit, so this has the SE Sport package, it's called, for this year. In other markets you might recognize this as the ST line Focus. You get the color matched front lip, different set of wheels, get the ST, RS, ST line, everything else side skirts, the ones that Ford fits to everything. And then out back you don't get a different wing, unlike the ST line, which does, so that is still the basic SE wing. But you also get the color-matched lower valance, which does wonders for the back of these cars. And then inside, part of that package as well, since this is a DCT car, that is the other option it has, there are also paddle shifters, so those have been a little bit fun so far. But overall, it's not a very crazily optioned car. It's pretty simple, but really that's all I needed. So under the hood is the same 2-liter inline-4 naturally aspirated engine that Dijon has and that Mustard had originally. Great little power plant. It is the DCT as mentioned. I'm sure someone will comment that, of course, DCTs are terrible and blow up and fail and blah, 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 but having driven Dijon many times over the years and seen my mom's experience with that, it's been totally fine. Friends with DCTs, they've been fine, so I am not concerned in the least about that. And as I said with the paddle shifters, this is actually kind of fun. I've only had the car now less than a day. I just picked it up earlier today. I've done a fair bit of driving already and played with these a little bit just to try them out. Not bad. We'll see how much I use them as time goes on, but for now, they are a nice little feature. And then, yeah, I mean, there's not really too much to say about this one, given it's a fairly basic SE hatchback. The key thing for me is the hatch, because while the Continental did have some issues, the biggest was just simply that of practicality. Even with the large trunk and large cabin having a fixed back seat and no way to fold it down, no pass-through of any kind, it was more and more becoming an issue. I couldn't really use it for work and just my life in general these days, so needed a hatchback, and now I have one. Now, I'm sure people will be wondering, I know a few friends have already asked, what are the plans for this one? Well, the last thing I need is another car to spiral out of control or become ruined as a daily, etc. So nothing crazy, and I can promise you this time that is the case. If I want to go crazy with the Focus, I have Mustard for that. That said, this will not be kept exactly as you see it. I've alluded to the fact I already have an ST wing. It is hiding over there in the slight mess that the garage is right now. It usually gets this way in winter. It's too cold to clean up and be out here much, so I just let it accumulate and deal with it in the spring. But yes, it will be getting an ST wing. I've already got the matching ST brake light on order from work. It should be here later this week, so I can get that thrown on as soon as I can. It will get a set of wheels. I can pretty much guarantee it will be the Rays that you saw on the blog recently. Once they are refinished, they will go on as the summer wheels. Given it's going to be a daily driver, a year-round car, it will need 2 sets of tires. Life's just easier when you have 2 sets of wheels to match, so these will be kept as the winter wheels, the 17-inch sport package wheels. I do need to get new tires because while these are basically brand new tires, they are not, unfortunately, winter tires, so I will get a set of studded winters for it, and then probably just sell these off. I'll do the usual little things that basically every car I own has ever had, so some yellow fog lights, some LED lighting in various places throughout, just to, I don't know, tweak it a little bit. And then otherwise, the general theme with this is going to be, as the title of this video suggests, kind of a budget daily driver build. So it should come as no surprise that from the years of working on this cars, we have quite a collection of spare parts, be it aftermarket or OEM takeoffs from various vehicles. And basically, I want to see how far I can go without spending any money out of pocket. So you can see up there in the back, I have Selson's RS airbox lid. As mentioned, the ST wing I already have, the rays I already have, and other little bits and pieces from STs, RSs, pre-facelift cars, etc. And a lot of them will go onto here. Basically, I just want it to be identifiable as mine, distinctive as mine, but not anything over the top. Nothing to impede its usability in the winter. Nothing to make it impractical for summer. Just update it, personalize it, make it stand out a little bit, and just not have it be completely stock. So yeah, little bits and pieces. I'll probably do a little bit inside because my one, I don't want to say complaint with the interior, but my one item that I do want to address is just the general lack of any contrast or color in here. As you'll see, it's more or less just a sea of black leathers and plastics and everything else. So I do have some of the factory silver trim for various parts of it around the shifter, door spears, dashboard vents, and so forth that I'll likely swap in. Might do some gauge faces. I know they make some extensions for the shifters. If I end up using these a lot, who knows, maybe I'll look into a set of those, try something out. And actually on that, I should mention this whole car is also a chance just to experiment more, and while keeping it simple, just try some things that we either didn't do, wouldn't do, couldn't do to the other cars, and specifically Mustard. So I can try some parts here and there that are only for hatchbacks, only for facelifts, etc., and just play more with this platform that we love so much. So yeah, that is it. This is the new little daily. You'll have to excuse the somewhat, dimly lit environment here. Filming this pretty late at night, the first day of ownership. The car is also pretty dirty right now from just what time of year it is, so it's not looking its best, but I will try and get some footage this week as well of it just outside in the sun. And yeah, I'm excited to be daily driving a Focus again, because I've missed having a Focus as a daily the last few years that Mustard was a summer car only. And excited just to start to tinker a little bit with this thing and make it my own. On top of whatever modifications it does see, there are a couple of little touch-ups to do. The elderly gentleman did keep the interior in pristine condition. There's not a mark anywhere from even just rings or watches on trim, like there's nothing inside. The outside, being a 6-year-old car now, it has had a couple little things, so the 3M here took a hit from something, but better that than the paint, so I'll just replace the 3M on the hood. There's a couple little just door dings here and there to PDR out. That's nothing too unexpected. And then otherwise, yeah, there's nothing really wrong. Windshield's in good shape, which is, for those unfamiliar, windshields are consumables in Alberta. They're gone like that. So the windshield being good is a bonus. And yeah, I don't have to do anything crazy with the body since it has the sport package on it already, and just need to replace that wing and it's good to go. Personalized plate is also on order. That'll be here hopefully soon, maybe by the time the video's up. Who knows? But of course, this is just temporary one. I have to have my personalized one. And yeah, that's it. That is the new little daily driver, 2015 Focus SE. I'm excited to be back behind the wheel of another one of these and have a new mini project to play with. So there it is. Curious to see what you guys think, and we will see where this thing goes from here. Thanks for watching.